Gun violence in the city this year is at the highest level in 2 decades, with twice as many shootings last year compared to 2019. As life was slowly recovering, with tourists trickling back, gunshots in Times Square ricocheted across national headlines in May when 2 women and a 4-year-old girl, bystanders, were caught in the crosshairs of random gunfire. And last month, a 21-year-old tourist was struck in the back by a stray bullet. Speed bumps in the city's recovery, leading to a fast reinforcement of police throughout Times Square. On an average day before the pandemic, some 365,000 people crammed into this little sliver of New York. That number was down to 35,000 a day last year. And according to the Times Square Alliance, those numbers now are coming up, averaging around 200,000 visitors a day. Despite the uptick in violence, leaders here are optimistic the tourists are coming back.
We have seen an increase in visitors to Times Square every week since the beginning of May. The police department responded immediately to restore confidence.
Those shootings took a slight dip last month. There have been nearly 800 shooting incidents in the city since the beginning of the year. Broadway producers, whose theaters have been dark for a year and a half, are also confident that new police strategies will rein in the guns. Caroline HIRSCH, who is celebrating the 40th anniversary of her comedy Emporium on Broadway, remembers the worst of times and is confident people are now ready to laugh again.
I opened in here in 1992, and Times Square was a much different place than it was in 2019. So I lived through everything, and I lived with everybody trying to make Times Square a secure place, and we were able to do it, and we'll be able to do it again.
At the crossroads of the world, a cross-section of the world tonight, folks from South America, Europe, Asia, all dazzled by the kaleidoscope of lights and taking concerns of shootings in their stride.
I feel safe here. We're from Arlington, Texas, and I've had 3 or 4 homicides within 5 miles of our house in the past 3 weeks, so it's everywhere.
Actually, no, I'm not too concerned. You see all the police presence here, so, I feel safe.
I am always aware of my surroundings, and of course being in a big new city like this, but with the officers and stuff, I do feel safe.
And all the folks out here tonight, there are thousands of them with a police presence. They all do feel safe. And Governor Cuomo is attacking the situation. He has declared a gun violence emergency. And Mayor de Blasio, he's launching a $30 million ad campaign using federal funds to do television ads beginning sometime this summer to lure visitors back to the city that never sleeps. At least not here in Times Square. Reporting live from Times Square, I'm Marvin Scott, Pix 11 News.